seem to be um, using obviously the internet more and know what they want and know where they're going, and we'll can cover that with Shad. But I would assume they're easier to work with when they have already zeroed in on a lot of their gotten all their questions asked.
Consumers are very, very bright, and they want to know. They want to be educated in advance, and especially if you get into the X generation, that's the 30 to 40s, they're completely researched by the time you meet them, and because they grew up with computers, they understand how it works. But we've just done a survey, which we're doing every year with the University of Houston, and that 60% of all buyers start out on the internet.
Wow.
It's up from about, you go back 5 years, it was about 10%.
I was telling you at lunch, I remember being at the National Association of Realtors Convention in 1994, and there was only one website up, and that was with Homes and Land magazine that I was with, and most of the agents there said they'd never use the internet because their buyers and sellers don't have computers. Remember, that wasn't 1964, that was 1994. Well, Rob, tell me about what you're most proud of with your year in 2007 with HAR.
Well, we've done a lot of things. It's always a collaborative effort too. It's not just me, but one of the things that was always important to me, especially when you're dealing with a 28,000 member organization, is inclusion, and that's always been very important that people don't feel disenfranchised from the association. And so we've sought out ways to include people. We've changed the governance to make sure that we have a very easy way for people to participate, get on the board of directors, and get involved.
Excellent. Well, Rob, so your prognosis for the Houston market is good. It's a good time to buy, good time to sell, and what a benefit it is having an HAR realtor and be able to use HAR.com. Rob, I hope you'll be going back to private practice and working with your clients. Tell me, tell the listeners how to get a hold of you, what your email address is, your website and phone number.
Okay. Well, the website would be hr.com and be Robert Cook. You can find me there, and you can reach me by telephone 281-556-0550.
Well, I'm getting the signal that it's time to go to our first break. It's such a pleasure to have you on the show. Don't forget, listeners, if you have a question for Rob or any one of my guests, you can go to info@HoustonRealEstateToday.com, or to catch the show in its entirety, you can go to HoustonRealEstateToday.com. Pleasure to be talking with you, Rob. Thanks for being here, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Thank you, Steve.